What if I told you that the most powerful tool for enhancing your sexual vitality isn't found in a pill, a prescription, or a costly procedure, but in the very flow of your blood, and that you can harness it in just 5 minutes a day? Tonight, we're turning conventional wisdom on its head and unlocking a secret your arteries have been waiting to tell you. Let's begin by laying an unshakable foundation of truth, one that is too often glossed over in favor of more sensational, but far less effective, solutions. You must understand that the quality of an erection is not a mystery, a matter of sheer willpower, or a vague reflection of stamina. It is a precise, mechanical, hydraulic event governed by the immutable laws of physiology. To envision it as anything less is to misunderstand it completely. Think of the most powerful, efficient hydraulic system you know. Perhaps the precise machinery that lifts a skyscraper's elevator or the graceful, powerful extension of a crane. That machinery operates on a simple principle. Fluid, under pressure, is channeled into a chamber, causing expansion and rigid strength. Your body operates on the exact same principle. The fluid is your blood. The chambers are the corpora cavernosa to spun, like cylinders within the penis. The pressure is generated by your heart, and critically, by the dilation and health of your arterial pathways. When sexual stimulation occurs, it triggers a sophisticated neural conversation. This conversation culminates in the endothelial lining of your penile arteries releasing a molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the master switch. It signals the smooth muscles in the walls of those arteries to relax and dilate. This dilation is the opening of the floodgates. As these arteries widen, resistance plummets and a torrent of oxygen, rich blood surges from your core into those waiting chambers. The process is breathtaking in its efficiency and power. As the chambers fill, they expand against a tough, fibrous outer sheath called the tunica albuginea, which traps the blood inside, creating the firm, rigid state of an erection. This is not a passive occurrence. It is an active, pressurized engineering feat performed by your cardiovascular system. Therefore, the strength, sustainability, and reliability of that erection are direct, linear outputs of the quality of that blood flow. Every factor matters. The elasticity and diameter of the arteries. Are they supple and open, or stiffened and narrowed by plaque? The efficiency of the endothelial lining. Is it producing ample nitric oxide, or is it damaged and dysfunctional? The volume and pressure of the blood being delivered. Is your circulatory system robust, or is it struggling? This is why we say erectile strength is a report card on your vascular health. A weak, unreliable erection is very rarely an isolated penile problem. It is, more often than not, the earliest and most personal warning signal of a systemic issue. Compromised blood flow. It's the canary in the coal mine for your entire circulatory system. The same endothelial dysfunction that restricts flow to the penis is simultaneously, quietly, affecting vessels leading to your heart, your brain, your kidneys. The plaque that builds up in the coronary arteries doesn't magically skip the iliac or pudendal arteries. They are all part of one interconnected highway system. Consequently, any approach that does not first and foremost address this foundational hydraulic reality is merely applying a band-aid. It may create the illusion of a solution by forcing a temporary effect, but it does nothing to repair the underlying infrastructure. Lasting strength is built by ensuring those vascular pathways are clear, responsive, and capable of delivering a heroic volume of blood on demand. This is the non-negotiable starting point. Everything else, every exercise, every dietary shift, every lifestyle intervention, is simply a method to optimize this single critical variable, unimpeded, powerful, responsive blood flow. To ignore this is to build a house on sand, but to master it, to intentionally improve it, is to take direct scientific command over the very core of your sexual vitality. Let this knowledge settle, not as a burden, but as a profound liberation. For far too long, This aspect of health has been clouded in ambiguity and silent frustration, leading many to believe they were at the mercy of mysterious forces or inevitable decline. Today, we have pulled back that curtain. We have replaced mystery with mechanics and shame with actionable science. You now hold the understanding that your sexual vitality is a direct, tangible reflection of your vascular vitality. This is empowering news because it means the lever of control is firmly in your hands. You are not a passive bystander waiting to see what your body decides to do. You are the chief engineer of its most intimate functions. The 5-minute trick we've outlined is your primary tool, a precise daily calibration of that internal hydraulic system. It is the conscious, deliberate act of speaking the language your blood vessels understand, telling them not to shrink and stiffen from the pressures of modern life, but to open, to flow, and to thrive. Embrace this practice not as an isolated fix for a single symptom, but as the cornerstone of a holistic renaissance in how you inhabit your body. When you commit to those 5 minutes, you are doing so much more than working a muscle group. You are engaging in a ritual of nervous system regulation, telling your fight response to stand down and allowing your restorative, parasympathetic system to take the lead. You are enhancing nitric oxide production, a molecule so crucial it benefits every organ, from your heart to your brain. You are actively fighting the silent, creeping stiffness that a sedentary life imposes on your very architecture. This is preventative medicine in its purest, most personal form. The ripple effects will touch your sleep, your stress resilience, your energy levels, and your overall sense of embodied confidence. You are not just building toward stronger erections. You are cultivating a state of systemic readiness and resilience that will enhance every facet of your lived experience. Therefore, I challenge you to reframe your definition of consistency. See this not as another chore on a tedious checklist, but as the most important investment you will make in yourself each day. This is not about brute force intensity. It is about the quiet, compounding power of showing up. The magic is not in any single 5-minute session, but in the unbroken chain of them. It is in that daily repetition that the real rewiring occurs. The neural pathways strengthen, the endothelial function restores, the muscle memory deepens. Your body is an adaptive organism. It will conform to the demands you place upon it. Place upon it the daily demand for optimal blood flow, and it will have no choice but to comply, transforming itself to meet that new, healthier standard. In 6 weeks, you will not be the same man who started this practice. You will be a man who has reclaimed a fundamental dialogue with his own physiology. So, as we move forward from this moment, let your decision be clear and your commitment firm. Let your bathroom mirror, your car visor, or your phone reminder carry a simple, powerful message. 5 minutes for the symphony. Begin tonight. Close the door, breathe deeply, and engage in this intimate act of self-care and engineering. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but presence. Be present with your breath, present with the contraction, and most importantly, present with the profound release. This is your pathway. This is your power. You have been given the map to a stronger foundation. Now it is time to build. Let the flow begin, and let it forge a future of undeniable vitality. Thank you for joining me for this vital conversation, and for investing your time in understanding the profound science that governs your own vitality. The knowledge you now hold is more than just information. It is a blueprint for tangible, positive change. I encourage you to take that first decisive step tonight, to move from understanding into action, and to begin the daily practice of becoming the chief engineer of your own vascular health. Your commitment to this practice is the final and most crucial component. I have provided you with the principles and the protocol, but you hold the power of implementation. This is your journey of reclamation. Honor it with consistency. I wish you strength, focus, and profound results on your path ahead. Go forth and build. Goodbye.